you show a picture? Exactly. This is what real hardware design looks like. Yeah. Well, he thinks that's going to shrink down to like this big. Yeah. He's like, oh, it's going to shrink down to like the size of one of those. I was like, no. Yeah, we were talking about maybe we have to stack boards. What's your liquid into this?
I think it works pretty well. Definitely with a marker though.
608s, they'd be like this big instead of that's not the difference.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, Dennis and I were soldering and building the project piece. Like I've got the case already treated. Water.
Okay, good.
This
So
is
from today, we are going to study some of the application of the Fourier transform in linear systems. So I started the other time by saying that, okay, so you might have a system which is LTI. So if it's an LTI system, linear time invariant, the only thing that I need to know about the system is what should I know about the system? Impulse response. H up. Okay. So again, impulse response meaning that I have the system. If I apply one delta here, I might see something, and that is my H up. The response of the system to the impulse. This is H up. Okay, mine is like that. Then I just represent my system like H of t, and if you give me any other input, any X of t, to know the output, oops, the output is, what's the output? How can I get the output? Convolutional? Yes, so X of t. And as I told you the other time, this is really remarkable because, again, I just test my system for one impulse and I found the answer. And then from now on, if you give me any input, you just convolve them and I just put it out. So this is in the time domain. Now we can, now before that, let me ask you something. Have you studied the causality of the system? Causality. Okay. Anybody remembers if a system is causal? What's the condition on HT? So if I have an LTI system which is causal, anybody remembers what's the condition on H of t? What's the definition of causality? Yeah, so we say the system is causal if the output doesn't depend on the future, right? For example, if I'm looking at the output at time 5, equal to 5, this output only depends on the input from like before 5. Okay, it doesn't depend on the future. Okay, so it doesn't depend on that. So now, anybody again remembers? So remember, what is H of t? Again, the response of the system to an impulse. So I apply an impulse at time equal to 0. Right? At t equal to 0, I apply delta t force. And I look at H. So where do you think my output should start? Can it start at -1 or -2? Yeah, exactly. So see, if it's puzzle, it means that, okay, so far I haven't applied anything, so therefore I shouldn't expect anything. At time 0, I apply. So therefore, my output should start from 0. If it starts earlier, then my system is not puzzle. Let's say, if it starts at -1, I even haven't applied my signal yet. Okay, so that cannot be the causal system. The causal system is that when I apply at 0, I see the result after 0. And this is exactly the condition. So h of t must be 0 for negative. Remember now how we seen this before? Okay. So the impulse response, again, it's very simple to remember. So if it is 0, and everything up before 0 must be 0. Again, this is why, because I have applied my signal at 0. So you cannot have anything before that if it's a causal system. Okay. So h of t is 0 for all negative. Make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, good. Okay, so this is the condition of causality. So I'll just do it here. Causality says h of t is 0 or negative. So here you must have. Good. Okay, so now back to this convolution. It's a convolution in the time. I can take a Fourier transform. Convolution becomes multiplication. So y of f is xf minus hf. And so this h of f is called this transfer function. It's the Fourier transform of h of. Okay, so here, h of t. Take a Fourier transform. X of f is the Fourier transform of the input. Y of f is the Fourier transform of the output. Okay, so you see it in the frequency domain, it's a very simple multiplication. Xf times hf gonna give you yf. Okay, good. So now, given that I have this simple multiplication, what can I say about the magnitude and phase? So in general, this is a complex. So I can write it, divide it into two parts, magnitude and phase. So what can I say about the magnitude of this? So the magnitude of t is equal to the magnitude of this. What's the magnitude of this multiplication? If I have the magnitude of v1 times v2, is it equal to the but in terms of the magnitude of v1 and magnitude of v2, addition, multiplication, multiplication. So magnitude is one. So how about the phase? Phase of v1 times v2. You got that? Addition? Yeah, right. So v1 so therefore for this I can say the magnitude of y is equal to magnitude of x times magnitude of h. And then the phase is h. The phase of the output is equal to the phase of the input plus the phase of the transform. And the magnitude of the output is equal to the magnitude of input times the magnitude of the system function. So therefore this is like a gain of the system. I have some input, the magnitude multiplied by this, and then this is out. And the phase is also shifted. So you have a shift in the phase and some multiplication by some h. Okay, now go back to my slides. It's okay. I have it in my slides. So this is the h, the transfer function. We can write it as a magnitude times e to the power of j, the phase of the h. And then for x and y, we can do the same thing, and then this is the result that we got. Magnitude of y is equal to magnitude of x plus magnitude of h. Phase of y is phase of x plus phase of h. So this is the notation actually that we use. Theta. Theta y is the same as saying the angle of y of the and one thing that please you have to note is that this is f, this is our function of frequencies. Okay, so we are in the frequency. So linear time, actually I can choose okay, good. So now let's talk about communication system. So any communication system can also be considered as an entity. So let's say you want to send something, this is a communication channel. So in a communication channel, basically you have some message, like extra key, is your message that you want to send over to some other place, and you're going to give the wire. Okay. So most of the time you can consider this communication channel also as an API system. And therefore you can only replace it by h of t or h of a. So now we want to study different channels and see what actually channel does to my signal. Okay. So we say a communication channel is distortion less E, these two conditions. The output that I get is, before that, let me ask you, what is the ideal case? If it's a communication channel, what do I want for my phone? Exactly. It's my message, and I want exactly my message to be transferred to somewhere else. So ideally, the communication channel, I want my Y to exactly what that is. But that's ideal. That's not going to happen. So what can I, tolerate if what you give me is a scale by some constant and maybe shift. That's fine. Okay. So therefore, if you, let's say, for example, if you wanted to send these, if what I receive maybe delayed by some time, and it's maybe scaled a little bit smaller, still it's fine. Okay, I can tolerate that. And we call this system a distortionless system. So again, it only introduces some constant or gain and some shift. But an example, if it was not distortionless, if what you get, let's say it was something like this. If you get something like that, then your signal is distorted. It's no longer similar. See, these two are similar. The only difference is that this is a shift and there's a scale. But this one is totally different thing. So this is distortion. Distortion. This one is distortion less. And this is again like the condition for us. Just a delay. Just a delay. And a constant. Just constant. Yeah. Okay, good. So now the question is that if this is the case, if this is what I can tolerate, what is the corresponding h of f for that, or h of t for that? What do you think the impulse response of the system will be?
When you want the HT1, so the change from the previous position, you had y was x on h.
If, okay, good question. Now, if I wanted to have idea that y is equal to x, what do you think the impulse response will be?
Y is f over x there?
Hmm?
Y is f over x there?
Yes, I want x of t be y of t or x of f be y of t. This is the ideal case. So now my question is that what is h of f? What is h of t? For an ideal system. Except one.
That's why that was
H of t,
Yeah.
h of t,
H of f since,
h of f.
right? Because it's after the combination.
Yeah, h of f. Why? Because I know the y of f is x of f times h of f. If I want this to be equal, this has to be 1. Yeah, I agree with that. So h of f must be 1. How about del h of t?
Impulse.
The impulse. Very good. So because if you look at the table, these are the transform pairs. If you have delta t, you transform is 1. So therefore, for an ideal system, I have the h of t delta. And we can also go stay in the time domain. Remember, y is the convolution of x and h. What's the convolution with the delta? So any x with delta, if you have x of the left hand t, or 1 to dt with delta. Exactly. So again, like delta t always makes things easy. See the convolution, delta t is just it's like single step. Right. How about the gt convolved with delta t minus some delay?
It's not the
Hmm?
It's not the
Yes, but what's the anyone knows? Convolving with a shifted delta.
So just g of t minus t naught?
Yes, just shifted. Right. Good. We have that. So which class we take and study this? Is that possible?
G of t.
Yeah. So again, just remember this. Delta always makes your life easy. If you see delta, you should be happy. Because see when the convolution is very easy. Convolution with delta is just a signal itself. Convolution with shifted delta is just a shift of the signal. Okay. And then so for the ideal communication system, h of t should be delta. But I don't have that. So if you have this system, it's shifted, shift, and scale. So what is the delta? What's the h of t? Sorry. What's the impulse response for this? So h of t and my output. So distortion less by output, then we some constant, and then some shift. So now my question is that what is impulse response? What is the impulse response, right? Impulse response. So in the English terms, what does it mean? Response of the system to the input that is impulse. And you have the response of system to any input actually, right? Any x you give me, this is the output. So impulse is just one expression of this, right? So what do you think therefore the impulse response? Let's see if I apply delta t. Based on this formula, what do I get? Any volunteer? You are the back. So if I apply delta t, what do I get? So my input is delta t. And this is the relation for any. Yeah, what would be the output? If I apply delta t, what do I get? Not sure. Who is sure? Or you're not sure it's okay too? Can you? Yeah. So what would the exact tell?
Delta t minus td, assuming k is 1.
Why do you assume k is not 1?
That would be good.
Yeah, don't assume anything. It's k is 1. So what would be the k times? Who said that? And this is nothing but just the impulse response. By the definition, right? The impulse response is again, if I apply delta, what do I see? So if instead of x I put delta, this is what I see. And this is my impulse. Okay? So from now on, if you have any system that given with some relation between y and x, y is, I don't know, k times x of t times x of t minus 2, whatever. If somebody tells you what's the impulse response, just instead of x, put that. That's gonna be your impulse response, and this becomes h. Right? So therefore, a distortionless system has this impulse response, which pictorially is a delta at time td and is scaled by k. This is the impulse response of a distortionless. So an ideal, we had this. This was ideal. Here we have a shift and a shift. Any question? So this in the summary for distortionless system. What would be h of f corresponding h of f? Take a Fourier transform. Is equal to Fourier transform. The constant is just a scale by k. The Fourier transform of a delta is 1. If you shift it, it's just multiplication by some exponential. Remember? When you shift the signal in the time, it's multiplication by the j 2 pi f times the amount of ch. So 10 equals this is the transfer function for a dispersion. Now, what's the magnitude of h of f?
Okay.
So we can say two things about this. Magnitude is what's the magnitude of h of f?
Right.
Is magnitude of these times the magnitude of that. So basically k times what's the magnitude of each part of j something? Each of j or the magnitude. So h of k and what's the phase? What's the phase of this? Phase of this is 0. What's the phase of this?
Negative 2 pi f.
What's the phase of this?
Orange.
So you really don't care about what's going on, and the whole thing is your phase. So the whole thing is like x minus, starting with 2 pi and okay, so for this distortions in the system, I came up with something. Okay, if your magnitude is k and then your phase is just minus this 2 pi ftd, then my system is. Now let's go back to my slide and plot this. Okay. So here we have the derivation. This is f, k times an exponential term. This is the magnitude constant, and the phase. Put it here to it's the phase. This theta hf is minus 2 pi f t. Okay, so minus 2 pi is some number, and then td is some number again. So, for example, this would be minus, let's say if my td is 1, if the delay is 1, and minus 2 pi, let's say it is 6, so it becomes minus 6f. So if you want to plot this, it's a line, because it's just a function of f and it's linear. So it's a line, right? So in general, it's like this. So this is the phase. The dotted one that you see, this is the phase. And it's linear. So the phase is linear. And I guess we talked about this, that linear phase is not that bad, because linear phase means just a delay. So the linear phase is just a delay. So it really doesn't change my signal, it just shifts in the time. So the phase. So let's read some of the three. Transmission is set to the distortion length if the input and output signals have identical waves within a multiplication constant and a delay. The delay signal is also considered distortion length. So what we receive is what we send, only different by gain and a delay. So we can work it out and presentation there. Magnitude and then linear phase. Any question here? So this is the linear So from this phase, somehow we define something which is called group delay. Somehow to see the delay better, because this is a formula, it has like a lot of things, minus 2 pi f t d. But now if you take a derivative of this, find a spot. So what if you take a derivative of theta with respect to x, what do you get? Can anyone tell me? Take a derivative of this with respect to x. Minus 2 pi td.
TD.
And now divided by minus 2 pi. Right. Then you're gonna get t. And see, we recognize this better than that formula. Okay. So therefore, they call this operation taking the derivative and then multiply by 1 over 2 pi minus 1 over 2 pi. They call it group delay. Okay, because after this, you can exactly see your amount of delay. And this is in general. Now, if I have a linear phase like that, my delay becomes something, just one number, 1, 2, 3. But if I have something else, I just take a derivative and I look at the delay. So this is the formula that if you have a question, okay, why this formula? Because of that. Because why not take the TD out of that? Take a derivative and then multiply by minus 1 over 5. And this is called it. So I guess for a distortionless system, the group delay becomes constant. So exactly the amount of delay is this. So if TD is constant, all the components are delayed by the same amount. However, if you have another system which is changing your signal, and when you look at the delay, it's not constant. If TD is not constant, it means that so TD is function of f. If it's constant, it means what does it mean? It means that okay, if you apply any frequency, all the frequencies, let's say, are delayed by amount of 1. Delayed for all the components of 1 is 1. But if you had something like that, if let's say you had, let's say for simplest case, this is 1, and this is 10 hertz. Okay. So what it says if you apply a signal whose frequency is less than 10 hertz, the delay is 1. If your signal has component which is more than 10 hertz, the delay is 2. So now if you have a signal which has different frequency component, each component will be delayed different amount of different amount. So what you are gonna get is something totally different. It's not just a sheet. We're gonna see it in one example. Or you can have even worse than that, but you might have something like that. So what it says for different frequencies, we're gonna have different delays. Therefore, when you have a signal like that, which has all these frequencies inside it, each component is delayed differently. So at the end of the day, you're going to get something totally different. Because again, each frequency is delayed separate differently, and this is distortion. That's what we got at the output is totally different than the input. Okay, so if TD is not constant, the delay changes with the frequency. This means that components of different frequency undergo different delays. Now I have brought a very nice example from this is not in your book, this is from a digital DS class that I was teaching before, but it really shows the idea. Suppose I have a system, and this is the Fourier transform. Again, the notation is here different because it's a digital system, but the idea is the same. So let's say this is your h of f. Just assume this is your h of f. So I'll just consider up to these. So for this kind of frequency, the magnitude changes like that, and the magnitude drops to minus 100 degrees, really, really low. And so this is the magnitude, and assume this is the group delay. Is the group delay constant? No, right? And let's say this is F frequency. This is F, of course. This is h of F, the magnitude. And this is the group delay. To show you. Okay. Yeah, if I had seen a constant line, that would be good, meaning that the delay would be the all for the all components the same, but it's not the case. So we have a non-linear, or non-constant group delay, which means non-linear phase. Anyway, so it's distortion at the end of the day. Distortion. So now let's see how this group delay diagram and everything else comes to the picture. Suppose this is my input. Example. Okay. So as you see in my input, I have 3 frequencies. This frequency is 0.855. This frequency and this frequency. So how can I exactly know that? So this is time. This is the time domain. Take a Fourier transform and see there's a peak here, there's a peak here, there's a peak here. So it means that okay, there's one frequency here, one frequency there, one frequency there, and it's exactly showing that picture. So everybody following me? So I have an input. See, I have input. And by just looking at it and also taking Fourier transform, it has 3 frequencies. Let's say F1, F2, exactly. So I have this frequency 0.255. I have 0.55. And I have 0.855. And again, this is showing me that figure, so 3 frequencies. I apply it to the system. I want to see what happens. So first look at the magnitude. The system changes this, right? So the magnitude of h will be multiplied by magnitude of x to give me that y. So let's look at the magnitude of h at those frequencies. At this point, 25 pi, the magnitude is almost, let's say, this is 0 dB. 0 dB is 1. So the gain is 1. So the gain is almost 1 here. For this also assume it's 1. For this one is minus 100. Minus 100 dB. 20 log of something is minus 100. So it's 10 to the power of minus 5. So the gain is 10 to the power of minus 5. So it's really, really small, right? So the interpretation is that when I apply my signal, this frequency component is multiplied by 1. The gain is 1 for that frequency. For the other frequency, also the gain is 1. But for the third frequency, the gain is 10 to the power minus 5. So basically, the system kills that frequency. So this is very, very practical example. I want everybody to understand. For different frequency, the system acts differently, responds differently. For this frequency, the gain is 1, passive. That frequency, the gain is 1, passive. But for this one, the gain is 10 to the power minus 5. So therefore, what do we expect? Expect that when you look at the output, this frequency should disappear. Because the system couldn't get it through. The gain was really, really low. If you look at the output here, so look at this is my output. I have this 0.5 pi, I have 0.25 pi, but the other output, that one, basically that frequency, somehow disappeared. Because my system couldn't get it through. The gain for that was 10 to the power minus 5. So see, different frequencies are treated differently. Okay, but is this the only change? So from input to output, I lost this. Do you see any other difference? Yes, see, interestingly. So at like my original signal, first I had that lower frequency, then the higher frequency. But here they switched even the positions. How that's possible? Because my system was applying different delays to each component. Okay, so let's go back to the group delay here. This is the group delay. For this frequency, the amount of group delay is 200. So let's consider 200 seconds, because this is in terms of seconds, the delay. So for this frequency, 200 seconds I have the delay, but for the other frequency I have 50. The delay is 50. So that's why it happens. For this one, I shifted 200 seconds. So 200 seconds. For that one, I only shifted 50. So that's how they even change their order. And you see the very good example of a distortion. Distortion. I lost a part of my signal, and even the order of my signal had changed. Okay. And I hope you from this example you exactly see what's going on when we take the magnitude of a system h of f. This is what happens. See, for different frequencies, the gains are different, and the delay, the phase. Different frequencies again just may experience different delays. So it's just a game, all the frequencies are treated differently. Okay. Everybody got it? Yeah? Yeah.
The bigger the bigger frequency, is that always going to refer to a bigger time delay?
No. No. Look at the group delay. Yeah. This is what the system implies. So this is how it responds. For this frequency, see for example here, starts from 50 delay, 50-second delay, goes to 200, comes back to 50. I mean, it really depends on the system.
I was looking at the derivative and thinking bigger s, but they expect that.
No, this is derivative. This is after the derivative. If this was constant, okay, so if this was constant, let's say 150. So what would I expect is that the whole thing will be delayed by 150. Okay? Because then for all the frequency I will have the same delay. But now that's not the case. This is not constant. For different frequency I see that this one goes this because it's 200 delay, this 150 delay. So let's look at this again at home. This somehow put everything back, connects all the dots somehow in our mind. What is the meaning of a h of f? What's the meaning of a delay? Why is it function of frequency? Because my original signal has different frequency components, and then different frequency components are treated differently, depending on the h of f, the gain, and the phase. Who got it? I mean, 90% done. Just few. Look at it again, please, at home. Okay, now going back to example. So it's an RC circuit. The output is the Y takes the voltage across this capacitor. And this is the input. So we're going to find what's the h of f for this system. What's the transfer function? H of f is nothing but y of f divided by the input, g of f. The output divided by it. So the output is just a voltage division, right? So you have a the voltage here in general. You see what's V1? Let's do that. What's the voltage here? V2 is equal to R2 divided by voltage of R2. This is the voltage. So in this case, instead of capacitor, when you have a capacitor, you know that just it's simple to instead of you just consider 1 over J omega 2 pi x, right? The impedance. So therefore, what you get, the voltage here is this divided by R plus that impedance times the input that we have. But remember, this is in the frequency domain, so that's as you see, also your capacitor has this. So this is G of F, Y of F. Okay, good. So the whole thing is your H of F. Okay. It's the system part. To simplify this, you get A over A plus J multiplied by F. So this is the transfer function. Now let's look at the magnitude of phase. Magnitude is just A divided by the magnitude of this, which is the square root of A squared plus 2 pi F squared, and the phase. The phase of A is 0 is a constant, minus the phase of this. The phase of this is tangent inverse of 2 pi F divided by A. So I'm assuming everybody knows about this. We have seen this a lot. Know how to get the magnitude of phase of this complex number. But the magnitude of phase. Is the magnitude constant? So the question, is this constant? For the constant, you don't have an F. You see an F, so it's not constant. So the magnitude is changing by frequency. How about the phase? Is this linear? Remember, for the phase, it's good if it's linear. So if it's linear, linear means that F some times some. Is it like that? Is this linear? Tangent inverse? No. Again, that linear means like 2F, 25F, 10F, something times F, constant times F. This is tangent inverse of 1F. So therefore, it's nothing. So therefore, we are going to see distortion. So this is not linear. Not linear. Phase not linear. Gain is not constant. Gain not constant. So we're going to see definitely some distortion in here. So in that systematic, it's like plotted these responses. This is the magnitude of H of F that we talked about it, and you see it's not constant. So what it means that different frequencies will experience different gains. If I have a signal for each frequency, different gains, and this is the phase. Again, you see it's not linear. This is a linear phase, but this is not a linear phase. Minus tangent inverse. So again, the system is distortion. It has distortion. The only thing that we can say is that now if I'm looking at low frequencies, if I only have a signal, input signal, and then if I only consider the low frequencies, somehow I can consider it as a constant, and I can consider it as a line. So if I limit my input only have low frequencies. If my input only has low frequencies on this range, then this is a part of the response that will be treating my signal. Again, somehow I can transfer that, somehow I can transfer this thing there. Then I can say, okay, maybe this is distortion less for this low frequencies. But if I have a signal which spans different frequencies, a long range of frequencies, then as you see, the gain is different for different places, and then the phase is not linear. Definitely, I'm going to have this discussion. So for this frequency, where 2 pi f is much less than a, someone can approximate. So I told you one approximation that the sine of x is almost x when x going to 0. The same for tangent. Tangent of x also can be approximated by x when x is very small. Tangent of x can be approximated by x, the same as tangent inverse. So the tangent inverse x when x is really small. So now this is like your x. If this is really small, meaning that 2 pi f is much less than a, then I can approximate the whole thing by x itself. So this tangent inverse of x approximated by x. So now you see it's a linear. So now it becomes linear, but it's f times something, but this is the condition under this condition. And now if you take it, yes.
Would there be, like, because I understand that you're saying this changes with respect to frequency, but wouldn't you decide I'm going to transmit this with a certain frequency and design like your RMC so that your HBF is near 1, so the distortion is less for Wi-Fi, for example, it's 2.4 gigahertz is the frequency that they use.
Okay.
So if they know the frequency, they design the rest of the circuit to make sure that it's little frequencies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing that. Yeah. So you
So right now
design
you're just trying to show us that as
what
frequency
happens,
changes,
yeah.
the stuff changes too,
Yeah.
but really we would kind of have an idea of what frequency we'd be using when we would design.
Right. So yeah, if you have the flexibility to design or freedom to design your system, yes. But a lot of times maybe somebody gives you the system and say, this is my system. Now do the best that you can. Let's say this is the system. So by looking at this, you see, okay, if I only have a low frequency signal, then maybe I can use this system.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and then if you take the derivative to find a group delay, for this example, let's assume something for A, 10 to the power 6. So the group delay is 10 to the power minus 6 seconds. So 1 microsecond, right? So the delay is really nothing. So the system for low frequency introduces a 1 microsecond of the delay and the gain of almost 1. Low frequency gain of. Okay, so that's a good system. If, again, don't forget, low frequency. If you are working with this region, yes.
That's the group delay. Is T sub V, is that the group delay or is that just time delay?
The same thing.
They're the same thing?
The same.
Okay.
So now let's look at the filter. What's a filter? Filter is nothing but just a system, however a simple system, maybe just a very simple system that maybe allows to pass some frequency and maybe stop other frequencies. Okay, so you might have the cities like you might have a low pass filter, low pass filter, and so basically the frequency response looks like that. So the low frequencies are gonna be passed because the gain is 1, but the higher frequency is gonna be stopped. This is just a system. So filters allow distortionless transmission of a certain band of frequency. So again, like if you're in this range of frequency, what you see is just a gain of 1. So it just the signal passes through, so it's like a distortionless system for those frequencies. And so we have low pass filter and high pass filter, and also band pass filter, different types of filter. So low pass passes low, stops high frequency. High pass is vice versa, passes high frequency, stops low frequency. And we're going to see we have like band pass passes the range of frequencies. We have band stop stops the range of frequency. We have different kind of filter. Let's start with the pulse, which is a low pass filter. So let's say you have this the magnitude of h of f is given by pulse. So this is the magnitude. So h of f is the pulse, is represented f over 2p, is the band p. And then the phase is gonna here, as you see, is a linear phase. So the theta h is like a linear phase minus 2 pi ft. So therefore, for my h of f, this is the magnitude and this is the phase minus p, so whatever the e power is. So I get h of f. I can write the magnitude times e power j, the phase. So now the magnitude is given as to me with this pulse, and the phase is given to me like as that minus 2 pi t. So I put all of them together. This is my h of f. Now, if you are interested to see what's h of t, then do inverse. So go to the table. And you already know that, okay, when you see if you have a pulse in one domain, there's a sink in this source. So here you have a pulse, you have a sink. I'm sure you know that. And this is go to the table and see exactly what are the parameters. 2b, sink of 2 pi b. So if you didn't have that, it was a sink. But now it's multiplied by some exponential term. Multiplication by some exponential term is just a delay in another term, right? The frequency multiplied by that, so it's a delay in time. So therefore, what it says the h of t for that is a sink, however it's shifted. So multiplication by each power of something in one number. Shift in the other way. So now in the frequency domain you have exponential, so in the time domain you have so we have a delayed sync. So I mean it should be like that, right? Why did I cut this? To make it causal. Remember for the causality, we said h of t must be 0. So it is really small. So if you just make that 0 to make it causal. Because otherwise it's not causal. Because you have something negative. Remember at the beginning of the class I said h of t must be 0 for negative 2 for causality. Okay. So therefore to make it causal and make it practical. So in practice, they're going to use something like that. Okay. So this is a delayed sync, which corresponds to this idea of filter. So it's a low pass filter. Okay. So now if your input signal is band limited to bHz, so bHz is the bandwidth of that filter. If my input signal has some frequency in this range, from 0 to C, then my filter just passes that signal with some delay. So it's going to be a distortionless system, gain is 1, and the delay is T. Of course, if your signal spans the whole range, or if your signal is here, the system kills it or just changes it. It's not going to be distortionless anymore. But if your input is bandwidth, and then like if you have some input, maybe this is the X of F. If the bandwidth of your signal is within this range, then it's going to be passed perfectly through this ideal low-pass filter. But if your signal is like that, part of that will pass through, part of that doesn't pass through, so it's going to have some distortion. We're going to see some distortion. Okay, and these are the examples for high-pass filter with a linear phase and a bandpass filter with linear phase. Again, linear phase is something that is okay with us. We cannot design a system which doesn't have any phase. And let's go here, and this is the reason. If I didn't have that phase, if basically this TD was 0, if I didn't have this phase, then what would be like my edge of T?
Centered around there.
Yes, centered at 0. So if no delay and the phase, meaning that equivalent phase was 0, edge of T was just a state function. Centered at 0. Is this causal?
Nope.
No, not at all. See, not even like that. Because this is not causal, but at least this was linear, I should ignore that. But I cannot ignore this whole thing. So in practice, because we always work with the causal, we live in a causal system. If I do something now, I'm going to see the result right now, not yesterday, right? So we live in a causal system. So when we do the lab, everything is causal. So you cannot work with this thing. Because this is not causal. So what you can work with this? So always you have a linear phase. So linear phase is okay. If you want to do something, you're going to do linear phase. But you avoid non-linear phase. Because non-linear phase means crazy things. Different puzzles shifted differently, so a lot of distortion. So that's why in all of these guys, you're going to see a linear phase. Make it practical and fun. Okay, I'll stop here. We have a homework due on Monday. We have a quiz. And this is just go with the flow of the class. It's not hard. You're going to have another weekend. So,